In this video, we're going to practice adding and subtracting polynomials, combining like terms, watching out for the signs, and keeping everything organized. So let's dive in by adding polynomials. So here's the first example. Alright, so the first thing we need to look out is for the degree. And this first variable has a degree of 3, 2, 1. So this is arranged from highest to lowest. So let's look at the next term, 2 and 3. So we need to rearrange this before adding. Okay, has been rearranged from highest to lowest. Now, let's add this polynomial using the vertical method. Okay, so now let's take this term and align it here. Okay, I don't have no term or variable to the first degree, so I'll simply write as 0 and minus 1 and plus 0. I have no constants over this in this term. So now let me go ahead and let's add. So 0 plus negative 1, well, our answer will be negative 1. Simply bring down the x over here, it's on positive, it's plus x, and now negative 5 plus 2. Negative 5 plus 2 will be a negative, and we will have negative 3x to the second degree, to the second power, and over here 2x cubed plus x cubed. Here we have a 1, so that will be 3x cubed, and this is our answer for this first term, adding polynomials. Let's look at another example. You can pause the video and you can solve it by yourself or simply follow along. Okay, first thing we need to watch out is the degree. So here we have 3x squared, so that's the highest degree, so we go from highest to lowest. That's a positive x and minus 6. This has been arranged. Now let's look at this other term, plus x squared plus 4x. So this is in order from highest to lowest. Now let's go ahead and let's apply the vertical method. Let's arrange this problem here. Okay, so this is fine. We have the same degree under the same degree, the same degree over here, and constants under constants. You have to be careful to make sure you align them properly. Now let's proceed and let's add negative 6 plus positive 10. Well, negative 6 plus positive 10 should give you positive 4, and x plus 4x is positive 5x, and now we do the last one, 3 plus 1x squared will be 4x squared. This is our answer. Now let's go ahead and let's practice the horizontal method. Here is the first example. Right, so the horizontal method means we group them and then we add them. So let's start with the first one. Make sure everything is aligned from the highest degree to the lowest degree. Both terms are from highest to lowest. So let's find the degrees that are the same. Okay, so this one over here and this one. So we can go ahead and add them. 2 plus negative n squared. Okay, so this first term here, what is it? So it's 2 plus -1. So that would be 1 and squared. So simply n squared. This is our first term, n squared. And now let's go ahead and let's group this one and this one. They have the same degree, so we can go ahead and group them. So we'll have -5n plus -3n. So we're adding two negative numbers, so that will be -8n. So let's go ahead and write it over here. And now let's do the last one, which are constants. -6 plus 11 will give you a +5. So that's +5. All right. You solved it. Let's practice another problem. Pause the video and try it yourself. Always watch out for the degrees. Right, so let's look at the first term. Degrees are here, and looks like we need to rearrange this one over here. So let's rearrange it from highest to lowest, and that's a -3 p cubed plus 5p squared minus 2p. Let's go ahead and let's check the other one. Needs to be rearranged as well. That's -p cubed minus 8p squared minus 15p. Alright, so it's arranged, so we can go ahead and group them. Let's start with the first one here, this one and this one. So it's -3p cubed plus -p cubed. So we're adding them, adding to negative, so we'll have a -4p cubed. Alright, let's go ahead and group the next one, positive and negative. Alright, let's go ahead and add them. 5p minus 8p. So we'll have a negative, and this will be -3p squared, p squared. And the last one is -2p plus -15, so that will be -17p. This is our final answer. Now let's practice subtracting polynomials. Here's the first example. Let's subtract this using the vertical method. So check for the degrees. This is okay, and this is okay. So let's use a vertical method now. We'll have -2n plus 2n. I have no degree with n to the first degree, so I'll just put a 0 here, and -4. We have everything aligned in its proper place, but before anything else, we have this minus sign over here, and well, whenever we have this sign, a minus sign here, we need to distribute it. So this one will change to another, to something else because of the minus sign. So let's go ahead and distribute the minus sign. That will be positive 2n squared. That will be negative 2n, and then this will be +4. Now let's go ahead and let's add. So 5 plus 4 is +9. 0 plus -2n, well, that will be -2n, and 4n squared plus 2n squared, 6n squared. This is our answer. Here is another example. Right, first thing, check out for the degree, so highest to lowest. So the first term, we need to arrange this first term. So it's 4x squared minus 3x plus 5. And this term is okay, so let me just rewrite it one more time here. And let's go ahead and use the vertical method. So let's rearrange everything here. Make sure the degree with the same level, it's in the same place. So like you see, x squared and x squared, they have the same degree, so line them up together. And then we have minus 8 and we're subtracting. So the same, we need to change this problem here. Right, so what is the next step? Is that we need to distribute this sign here to this, this, and then this. So let's go ahead and distribute it. So that will be minus 3x squared, negative and negative is a positive. Negative and negative will give you a positive. Let's go ahead and add them. 5 plus 8 will be positive 13. Negative 3x plus 1x, that will be negative 2x. And 4 minus 3 will give you x. This is our final answer. Now let's practice subtracting polynomials using the horizontal method, or also known as grouping. And here's the first example. You can pause the video and you can solve it yourself. Alright, so first, the degrees. I always check for the degrees. Here's where a lot of us will make the mistake. So let's rearrange this one from highest to lowest. Same, this one needs to be arranged from highest to lowest. Alright, so now let's group them. So before grouping them, let's look at this sign here. We need to distribute this sign first. So let's rewrite this one more time. Now let's distribute this sign. We will have a positive 3m squared. This will be negative times a positive, will be negative 10m, and negative times a positive minus 4, negative 4. Alright, so let's group them. Same degree. And now we have 4m plus 3m. That's 7m cubed. That's 7m squared. Good. Let's find the same degree, minus m, minus 10m. So over here, we're doing negative m minus 10m. So we're adding two negative numbers. So that would be negative 11m. Now let's deal with the constants. 2 plus 2 minus 4. 2 minus 4 will be negative 2. Right, so we solve this one. This is the answer. Here's another problem. You may pause the video and solve it yourself. Okay, so the first thing we need to look out for the degrees. They have to be from highest to lowest, so it looks like these two terms are okay. Now is this sign. We need to distribute this sign here. So let me rewrite this over here. And let's distribute this sign. Negative, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, negative, positive, negative. Alright, let's go ahead and subtract. We have this one here is negative r to the first degree, so let's need to find a like term. This one here is a like term. They are like terms, so we can go ahead and let's subtract. So we're subtracting now the r minus 7r, so basically we're adding two negative numbers, so that will be minus 8r. Now let's look for constants. We have no constants over here. Now let's look for a degree of 3. No, we don't have, and we don't have for degree of 2. So let's simply rearrange this problem as our final answer from highest to lowest. So let's take 4r cubed minus this one here, r squared. Next, let's write this one over here, and the constant is the last. If this video has helped you understand adding and subtracting polynomial, please give it a like, and thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next lesson.